All right, when it rains, it pours, and last week it poured. We did a lot of agreeing to purchases, particularly for Demkos. Let's see. The unmatched precision of the Demko Shark's Foot for opening boxes. It is so good. So I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Ooh, nice packaging. Good Facebook member here. I think this one was on Facebook. I can't remember if this was Facebook or Blade Forums, but I'm pretty sure this one came on Facebook. And this is legit. I can't even figure out how to open it. And I may have to go a little short on this video because I got to pick up the kiddo from school today. Sorry about the noise. I don't know how bad that will be on camera, but I imagine it will not be pleasant sound. So this is one I've been waiting for. It's not the exact one I wanted, but close enough. Definitely one I've been waiting for. In fact, when I first started trying to find AD20S, this is pretty much all I wanted, to be honest. So what is it that had me so excited? And then I just ended up finding a whole bunch of others and becoming a hardcore collector. Demko, machine ground, AD20S, S45 yen, slotted, shark foot, textured titanium, not lightweight, the full deal. Try and get this out of here nice and carefully. Yes, the textured titanium AD20S. This is what I thought was going to be the ultimate, and I actually still do. But I did, along the way, decide that I really wanted this model in a drop point, like this guy. And it just didn't manifest itself. But what's next best, and in fact better functionally from my perspective, sorry, this thing's out of the cold. It's like 32 degrees out and snowing today here in Bellingham, Washington. Just a little comparison on size versus the AD20.5 for those of you that know it. Ooh, there it is, and it is pretty. I have to say, a lot of people are like really stoked on this textured AD20S, and I get it. Like, in that size, it is really something. Here's a clip point AD20.5, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is actually a very different finish. So this is like more of like a matte titanium. This is more of like a polished titanium. So you're not seeing that wrong. This looks more glittery. It's because it is. So that's news to me. I don't know if I ever heard anyone talk about that, but that's really cool. A lot of similarities in these, but ooh, smooth one too. But also some serious differences that are considerable. And that one feels great. S45 yen, man, that is sweet. So what I'd really like to do to kind of finalize the collection would be to get a drop point. I'm just gonna pull out another comparable here. A drop point AD20S in 3V, because Demko does so much work in 3V. That's super interesting to me. And here is the flat shark's foot. I don't know if I ever compared these two, but again, very different finish. I don't know if anyone's really talked about that, but they're very different on the finish. Tumbled finished versus like a satin finish. Let's see if we can make stuff fit here. These Demko beasts, hard to fit in the screen. And then I got one more coming out here somewhere around here. There it is. And we're getting very close. We're like a few knives away from the whole Demko collection here. We're getting real close, folks. I know I've been talking about doing it for a while, but I keep going, oh, but I gotta include that knife when I do it. and they're all in the mail and stuff. So, and then here is the shark's foot. AD20.5. So yeah, boy, I don't know if you can really tell, but in person it's very stark contrast on how different these look. It's a much more polished finish there, so that's beautiful. This one I believe is a new in box. Feels great. And look at that titanium collection. I think that's all of them. There is one more out there. Oh, I almost forgot the most important one, but I mean, it's not really a factory one, so it doesn't really, in one way it doesn't count, in other ways it counts tenfold. Oh yeah, the great white, or the blue shark, or whatever you want to call it. Magna cut, custom. I'll just throw that right there. So the collection has come a long way in a very short period of time, from 0 to 60, as you might say. And I'm really pleased with what has developed here. So let me maybe swap these two around. So I'll kind of put the big ones in the middle there. And you know, there is a one that's kind of missing here, which I should pull out real quick. I got a lightweight smooth titanium. I'm gonna pull out. Yeah, and that's an AD20S as well. We'll just bump that guy out of here. So these three AD20S, and then we'll bump this out of here. You know what, let's not bump, let's move some stuff around and make room for everybody. There's enough room for everybody, almost. Whew, look at that, look at that, look at that. So the tie collection has gone a little crazy, and I still think there's more to come here. But this has been really fun to put together, really, really fun to put together. So, yeah, my initial impression on this is better than expected. Feels phenomenal in hand, and I see why people wanted it so badly. I'd really like to get an 80/20 with that finish also. With the, you know, the 80/20 is going to be a clip point. Got one right here in a yeah, clip point. So I'd really like to get the 80/20 in that finish as well. And then an 80/20S with a drop point in that finish. And then I need to cut myself off and save up for kids' college. But overall, really pleased with how this has come together. And I will be doing a more extensive Demko review. And yeah, just initial impression on this textured titanium, better than expected. Now, one thing I should actually show right before we go is the difference between, and let's you know what, rearrange these a little bit so that you got shark's foot, drop point. And what I'd like to point out is the difference between the lightweight and the regular, because I don't know if I've ever seen someone even do this on a camera, but the lightweight you'll see is milled and the regular is not. So take a look between those two. Try to move my fingers out of the way here. But in the lightweight, they mill out the inside of the scales. I've got some nice natural sunlight coming in right now, so you're getting a really good view of it. And that is a big difference. And if you can really feel the difference. So maybe I'll do a quick weigh-in, and then we will call it on this video. So get this one out of here. We'll do these three on the weigh-in. The small ones don't have anything milled out either. The 80/20.5s are not milled inside, by the way, just in case you're not familiar with that. There is no milling, so they're pretty hefty for their size actually because of that. I do kind of wish that they did mill that, given it's more of a carry knife, but maybe they're just like you know, Demko is all about robustness and stuff. And sorry, this thing got super dirty since the last video. So we were doing some cleaning here and it just got a bunch of stuff kicked up on it. Let's, oh, cool, ounces. So we'll start with just the 80-20.5. You got about 4.15 ounces there. 80-20S lightweight, 6.45 ounces. And then 80-20S full weight. Wow, 6.35 ounces. So that is right up there with an 80-20 machine ground. In fact, heavier even. Maybe because this one doesn't have a thumb studs, or I don't even know what the differences are there exactly. But you've got a much thicker blade here. So you would think this would actually still be heavier. I think these are actually even thicker than on the machine. Sorry, I think I said machine ground, but I meant hand ground. Beautiful knife though, beautiful knife. A big one in hand. So let's do a quick close-up and then we will conclude this one, and then I'm gonna have to go pick up the kiddo. All right, so getting some really nice lighting right now too, so you're gonna get a really nice view of this. Love the tumbled finish on the pocket clip, matching the blades on these as well. Made in USA by Demko. These are the machine ground on these 80-20S. And then S45VN. Nice. All right, that's all for now. Thanks for stopping by. Please like, subscribe, and comment if I made any mistakes. Keep me honest. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.